need nobody reminding you how pretty you is. No, you need somebody to be able to go a little further than that.
Yes, Lord.
And don't be impressed by money and cars. That don't mean nothing. Everybody can afford a Mercedes nowadays. I think the A-class started less than $40,000, you know. So anybody, come on, somebody. Don't let these cars and clothes and the geographical locations impress you. Come on, somebody. Because they got killers, they got murderers in Heathrow. They just ain't been caught yet. They got swindlers in Heathrow. They just ain't been caught yet. They got connivers and extortioners. Come on, somebody. In Metro West. They just ain't been caught yet. In Windermere, they got shady people. They just ain't been caught yet.
That's right.
So don't be so enticed by the things you see. And these children of Israel, they were so drunk on the past that they had to eat greater gall to even bring that back up. Do you realize what you was in?
Yeah.
They had soon forgot so fast. And sometimes it saddens me when I see people on the news and they done came through the struggles of life and they moved to different places. Then all of a sudden, as soon as they have an episode or as soon as somebody give them a reality check, then now they want to jump back across the track. Oh, you thought because you drive an Audi or you drive a Tesla or you drive a Maserati for $80,000 a year, oh, you thought you were going to be treated different. No. You still looked at the same way. They just got enough sense to bring you to the table because they know they can make money off you now.
Right.
Amen, somebody. We see the things that Kyrie Irving and many others went through. Amen. Come on, somebody being ostracized, come on, somebody almost being crucified. Come on, somebody by the things that they say called they believe in, but they don't check the other people that are selling the same memorabilia that the man spoke about. It's about the saints of God. This ain't something that we just lay back and let Jesus work it out. No, come on, somebody. It requires one key thing, and that is faith.
Yes, yes, Lord.
The mixed multitude. Here refers to the non-Israelites. See, you had some people that was in bondage that weren't even, they were Egyptians, but they just wanted to get out of there. You ever had somebody that wanted to get out of a situation so bad, amen, they didn't care how they got out. They didn't care who got them out of it. All they wanted was out. These non-Israelites, the mixed multitude that exited Egypt. These people was up under so much bondage. They wanted to go with the Israelites. And that's what the Bible called them, a mixed multitude. Because they had almost blended in to some degree. We must learn to live on the heavenly side and look at things from above, to contemplate all things as God sees them, as Christ beholds them, overcome sin and defiles Satan and dissolves the perplexities and lifts us up above trials and separates us from the world and the conquerors of fear and death. Let's go to 1 Samuel chapter 30. I want to read it. If you will, get it up there on the screen. 1 Samuel chapter 30, amen, verse number, I got to go back a little bit. Verse number 1. And I might skip and then go to 8 through 10. I got to get all of this. And it happened when David and his men came to Ziklag, now I'm reading our New American Standard, on the third day the Amalekites had made a raid in the Negev and on Ziklag, and had overthrown Ziklag and burned it with fire. And they took captive the women and all who were in it, both small and great, and without killing anyone, and carried them off and went their way. Let me just stop right there for a minute. Now, anybody know the story? If you go back to the latter part of 1 Samuel, the book of 1 Samuel, you will see that God had given the original order for Saul to deal with this group of people.
Yes, yes.
But anybody know the story between chapter 12 and chapter 14 that Saul kept some of the spoils and spared the people. And that's why he was the breaking point where he was rejected as king. God had already forgiven him about the temple cups that he had made a sacrifice. But when he did this, and the Bible said that Saul said he feared the people more than he feared God. Sometimes people fear people more than they fear God. They say one thing out of their mouth, as soon as they get to work and they boss, I'm going to want to put their foot on their neck. They than they fear God.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
They get in front of the judge because he's a judge. He can make judicial system. He can make judicial decisions. They fear the judge more than they fear God.
Yes, they do.
They fear God in private, but they fear other people in public. But if you're going to stand for God, and you know you standing for what's right and what's righteousness, and come on somebody, and you know it's right, stand. Come on somebody.
Stand.
Trust God.
Yes, Lord.
God will bring you out of it. It may look bleak. It may look like they got the odds stacked against you, but God is able.
Thank you, Lord.
Don't let them, don't walk in fear. I don't care what avenue of life you. I don't care if you start your own business and they tell you your credit ain't the best. They don't think the loan gonna go through. Find another bank.
Amen.
There's somebody out there God gonna give that money to you. God gonna work it out for you. All you gotta do is have faith.
Amen. Just trust it.
Walk in faith.
Yes. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord.
Verse number 4. Then David and the people who were with him lifted up their voice and wept until there was no strength in them to weep. Now David's 2 wives. Now aren't y'all glad that we no longer can have 2 wives? Now y'all just read it yourself, right? Okay, I just want to make sure. We got it on the screen. I don't say he made that up. Then David and the people who were with him lifted up their voice and wept, and they was without strength. They were crying for a long time, says God. They were pointed out. And then they wept, and David's 2 wives, they go to 2, had been taken captive, Amnon and Azareth, and Abigail, and the widow of Nabal, and the Carmelite. And moreover, David was greatly distressed because the people spake of stoning him. For all the people were embittered, each one because of his sons and his daughters. But, there go a but. Now, but blind everything that was said before. But David encouraged or strengthened himself. Now, these are the same people that you were fighting with. The same people that was on your team rooting for you. But all of a sudden now they get to a place because they think it's you is the problem that caused this other problem. If you wouldn't have been out there preaching Pastor Patton, we wouldn't be up under this. If you went out there doing this, if you went out there praying for folk and doing this, they would be coming after us. But you got to make up in your mind, am I going to be a Christian or am I going to be a charlatan? Because at the end of the day, we got to stand.
Yes. We got to make a decision.
And don't think that you could be superficial. Because we've seen what they do with superficial people in the world too.
Talk about it.
Oh, don't think you're going to escape because you told where they were. They down there, right over there. Get what? When they done with you, get what they're going to do with you.
Amen.
You're going to be thrown in the same ditch with the rest of us.
Amen.
Amen. And that's what they did with Judas. Judas pointed out Jesus. They gave him the 30 pieces of silver. And when Judas, he realized the mistake he had did, he tried to give it back. That's blood money. But y'all was in agreement. They ain't want it. And that's how the world would do. It would use you up and use you up and use you up. And it put everything on a silver platter. And before we know it, we be doing things and giving it to stuff that it seems harmless, it seems not that bad, and it don't seem like it'll really, I'm going to tell you something. You got to be careful of the stuff you even agree with.
That's real.
You got to take a stand. And I'm going to tell you something. Taking a stand will affect you in all arenas. But what the Bible says, count up the cost. See, you know what? I'm very inclined to believe that a lot of people really don't count the cost of being a Christian. Count the cost of being a Christian could cause you not to even be promoted on your job.
That's right, man. That's right.
Are you ready for that?
Amen.
Being a Christian could cause many things, but being a Christian could cause doors that's been shut to be open. Why? Because God said, I open the door. I don't care what their name is. Dr. So-and-so said. It don't matter. She ain't Jesus. DeSantis said he ain't God. God allowed him to get so sick that he'll be like Nebuchadnezzar.